It's time for SideScrollers from ScrewAttack with your hosts, Stuttering Craig.
You will be killed by demons.
Chad. And Daily Destin.
There's lines you don't cross, and reading my Powerpuff Pink Diary is one of them. There's private stuff in here.
And now, broadcasting from the World ScrewAttack headquarters in Dallas, Texas, it's the SideScrollers.
Welcome back to SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. What's going on, everybody? Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig.
I'm Daily Destin.
And I'm Chad.
Welcome, everybody, to the most entertaining 30 to 45 minutes of your video game week. It is SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. All right, so first things first, we need to address something very, very important.
Okay.
And that is how, during the intro, you guys just sit there and we need some jazz hands.
Yeah.
We need jazz hands from here on out.
I am all for it. I definitely think that jazz hands.
No, you are
need
not
to be
putting
in
this
every
on.
Who votes jazz hands moving forward?
Oh,
You've been voted down.
I'm
No.
I was gonna come up with something entertaining, like, I don't know, some sort of little game we can be playing.
nope, jazz hands.
Jazz hands. Everybody on the show except for me has to do jazz hands during the intro because I'm talking.
All right, well, you know what? I'm just gonna write "screw Destin" or whatever.
Hey, good.
Jazz hands are this way, so.
All right, so a super huge week this week as we have so much going on, obviously, and so much happening, and people are just absolutely flipping shit over crazy stuff on ScrewAttack. So we have so much to talk about this week. We can't wait to share with you. But before we get into that, I want to talk about some of the stuff coming up on the site this week and the stuff that has passed. TMNT Death Battle on Ninja Turtles. That was
Death Battle.
Death Battle. We also have the next Death Battle, the next episode to that, which was Leonardo versus Zitz. Spoiler alert. Leonardo wins the TMNT one, but you can still go back and watch that now. And the Leonardo Death Battle.
A lot of people were like, I knew Ref was going to win. Well, you were wrong.
Ha, suck it.
Dude, I'm really excited about the following Death Battle, which we teased, which we teased at the end of the Zits.
Yes.
Leo.
Yes, be on the lookout for
Yoshi
that.
versus Riptor.
Oh, don't spoil it.
It says it! It's gonna be awesome.
Okay. Also, for those of you who are watching us on YouTube and don't even know we have a website, guess what? We do, and we also have all sorts of stuff on there, like the clip of the week this past week, which was shot in beautiful backwards HD, which was I thought
60 frames per second.
Whoa.
We also have the hardest easy question in the world, which was actually a blog update, which you need to go and contribute to. Pretty much, we want to know what you guys want to see on websites. What makes websites good? What type of features would you like to see on ScrewAttack moving forward?
How shall we entertain you?
Yes. Also, Jose's Puntos, tips and tricks on the DLC for Black Ops, the First Strike map.
Ooh.
Yes. So there you go. Lots of stuff going on this week. So much to talk about this week, so let's get right into it. It's time for my favorite segment. Your favorite segment.
I guess.
Everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for
Hard news.
All the day's news from this past week. It's time for Hard News.
Laptop, go.
Okay, go.
I love our transition.
Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so there was a Modern Warfare 3 hoax. A lot of people thought it was going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Sorry. Let me kind of fill you in. There was a countdown clock posted on a website, and a lot of people thought it was counting down to an announcement this week for Modern Warfare 3. Well, it was a big hoax. It's just a fan project that somebody put up.
Yeah, I saw this, and I think a lot of people got really excited about the idea of Modern Warfare 3, even though Black Ops seems like it just came out.
Yeah. It fit the bill, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
For the timing and everything, so a lot of people bought it.
In the big competitor to Call of Duty, aren't they announcing some sort of thing coming up? I don't know who the big competitor is, but I thought somebody was
Medal of Honor? Medal of Honor,
yeah.
There is going to be a Medal of Honor sequel.
Okay, so I think they're supposed to announce that at GDC, so it made sense that they were going to try to spoil the show or something.
Yeah. That would have been kind of cool if they used the Modern Warfare text and everything, and then they're like, you know, suck it. Medal of Honor.
That'd be
hilarious.
That'd be funny, but that would piss off everybody.
Good. I'd like to see that. That'd be funny.
Pissing off people is fun.
Apparently.
I think this is awesome because, I mean, we're obviously talking about it with this fan film, and now everybody wants to see it.
It's not a fan film. It's a fan project being done by that independent creative collective, We Can Pretend.
I was told that, or what I said, I was told. I read that it was going to be a fan film based off of the Call of Duty series. So
Oh, really?
I mean, I think there's a couple screenshots up somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Whatever it may be. I don't know.
Well, hey, if it's good.
Yeah, I'll watch it because they got my attention now, which is exactly what they wanted to do. So good for them. Your thoughts, Chad?
Is it going to be called not Modern Warfare 3 now?
Yeah.
No. Who was it? Oh, no, it was Jared. Jared was talking about how it's crazy how people will believe anything. And, we're at Game Attack, and he was talking about how this little kid was coming in and insisting that Metal Gear Solid 5 was coming. And,
Oh, yeah.
And
It is.
Jared was like, well, no, it hasn't been announced yet. He goes, no, it is. I read it on the internet. It's called Metal Gear Solid 5. It's not over. And he like totally believed it. Anyways.
Wow.
Internet, yay!
Yeah.
All right, what else?
Always true.
Okay. Gaming is going to be banned in Vietnam every evening from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. Gaming will be shut off in Vietnam.
Yeah, I heard about this, and this is actually really funny. I guess that works in so many ways for the U.S. audience because the U.S. audience doesn't really have to play against people from Vietnam now because the time zone difference, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never really played against anybody against Vietnam, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all really good. Is that what you're saying?
I don't. Well, no, that's North Korea. They're all really good at like StarCraft and stuff.
Yeah.
So. What?
Nothing.
So there was this one night playing Marvel vs. Capcom 3 where I sign on, and I fought a guy named like I am Korean, and then Korea's #1, or like all these people with Korea in their name. So now every night around midnight, this is kind of horrible, but I'm like, I don't want to play. The Koreans are coming.
Oh no.
Good Lord.
And that's gonna be the last.
Yeah,
thing
get out of here, Dustin. Now you know.
No, because every time I play after midnight, like I see people with the word Korea in their gamer tag, literally. So.
Yeah, I've never experienced that. I don't know what you're
I
talking
have.
about. That's really weird. Distancing.
I don't know. When you hear that though, it sounds like the plot to like some B movie. Like in the future, gaming is banned from Vietnam. And it just seems like there'll be this like underground gaming revolution where like people will go and play games after night.
I think.
Well, anyway.
I just think it's amazing that the government is so obsessed with the idea that games are so bad for you, just in general. It's amazing to me.
Well, they're saying it's to mitigate the side effects of online games. And
Well, I guess people died there, haven't they?
people have died everywhere.
Oh, that's true.
So
Son of a bitch. People have died from playing a lot of games. They get super obsessed, doesn't it? Whatever, next story.
Wow, yeah, let's get...
well, anyway, if they don't listen, ISPs will be shut down by the government.
Just like we will be.
God. U.S. government steps in and shuts down SideScrollers. That's great. All right.
Welcome to the most racist 30 to 45 minutes of you.
You can say a country's name without whatever. All right.
Back in 2006,
sound like the internet.
Bizarre Creations was working on a little side project right before they were purchased by Activision.
Road Rash?
That side project was Road Rash.
I ruined it.
You ruined it so
Yeah.
good.
Thanks, Chad.
No problem.
So anyway, they got picked up by Activision and dropped it, but now that Bizarre Creations is closed, we saw a trailer that was released a few years ago that was confirmed as real, and now we're getting some concept art of like them driving by a tornado and stuff, and just watching that trailer though, it really gets me pumped for the game. I'm like, I really want to play this.
Dude, I used to play the hell out of Road Rash, man, back in the day.
See, here's the thing about Road Rash. I don't think it would work today. I think people get really excited. And
Did you see the trailer?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
I did. And
I think it would totally work.
I don't know. It just seems.
Swing chains on motorcycles and hit people.
You're right. As awesome as that is, I don't think today's gamer would get it. I don't think today's gamer would want to play that. They want to play, shoot whatever in the center of the screen.
Well, and yet the new Need for Speed Hot Pursuit was just released, and that sold a ton.
Sure, but
And that was a reboot of a classic franchise.
I don't know. It's just a little different. It's a different feel. It's not the same as Need for Speed. I don't know. I loved Road Rash. I love it. Just the idea of being on a motorcycle and having to whip somebody is great, But I don't necessarily feel that today's audience would get it. There would have to be one hell of a multiplayer.
Yeah.
And if it was anything over, if it didn't have a good multiplayer and it was $60, people would be like, that's way too much. I could download that for $15. Whatever.
I could see it fitting a lot better as Xbox Live Arcade or a PlayStation Network.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of reboots nowadays, they're getting pigeonholed into having to be Xbox Live Arcade or a downloadable title because people think, well, this came out in 1985 or whatever, or 83 or 91. Or
I think it could be a full title, and like with some better new marketing and everything, I think it would do great.
Well, it's obviously not going to happen.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but it would have been great.
Well, that's a bummer to end on. Yeah.
No, how about we end on the Elder Scrolls 5 trailer?
Yay!
I haven't seen it yet.
Neither have I.
You guys didn't see it?
I haven't, no, but everyone's
It was
talking about
freaking
awesomeness.
awesome. Okay, I'm not the biggest Elder Scrolls fan ever, right? But then I saw this. I want to play this game now so bad. It looks so good. It looks like they've improved every little aspect about it, and you guys haven't seen it.
Yeah, you know what we should have done before we started? Was
Watch it.
Watch the Elder Scrolls 5 trailer.
Yeah.
Dude, I played Morrowind like crazy, man. I loved Morrowind. I don't even know how many hours I put into that.
Well, you guys have got to check out this trailer. It was good.
Okay, well, Jared was saying that it shows off all the new abilities and everything. What gets you so excited about this? I don't quite understand.
I like that
As somebody who's not into the series.
they just made some very minor changes. The walking mechanic looks realistic. All the characters look realistic. The animations look better.
Wait, did you just use the walking mechanic
Yes.
as a key selling point for this trailer?
Yes, immersion for me is a big thing, and like if the character looks like a stick figure walking, it doesn't sell me on the game.
But you get the speed boots, and then you're hauling balls anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but you're like floating on the ground and everything. This one, they look like they really nailed it, and everything graphically looks improved. And then they also
nailed walking.
They also added. Well, you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
They also added like mini. I call it a reward system. In Fallout 3, you get this reward every time you kill somebody. It slows down, and they just burst into bloody bits, right?
Okay.
Well, they kind of did the same thing for Morrowind, and this was another big selling point for me. They showed an up-close shot of him stabbing somebody, and I'm guessing what they're going to do is individual death animations for all the characters.
It'll be like Backbreaker.
Kinda cool.
Backbreaker for like realistic death scenes, except no death scenes the same, right?
I didn't play Backbreaker.
Well, that was the thing with Backbreaker. I mean, nobody played Backbreaker, but the thing about Backbreaker was that, unlike Madden, where they're canned animations, every tackle's different, and every
okay.
it's like whatever. So
Yeah.
is that kind of what you're talking about?
Kind of like that, yeah, but like more like with Fallout because it's by the same developer. So, and I'm like, oh, good, because like I always considered that like a reward just for playing the game and getting a new weapon. You're like, how are they gonna blow up this time? So
That's cool.
Yeah.
I just stole a lot of shit, and that's probably what I'll do when I play this one. I stole everything.
Oh yeah, they also showed the thief class like sneaking in and like slitting an orc's throat or something.
Nice.
So yeah,
Nice.
I'm very hyped for this game now.
Excellent. Well, I have not seen it, but I'll make sure to watch the B-roll while we're talking about it. So. All right. Is that it, or is there more?
That's it.
Okay, cool. That is hard news for this week. All right, so next week, I know I said we'd have a cool, catchy intro between the hard news and the middle segment, but we don't. Sorry. But what I have done is next week we'll be debuting the topic wheel. That's right. The topic wheel will be making its way in full effect. So before we get into what we're going to talk about in the middle segment, if you have any suggestions for next week's middle segment, keep track of us on Facebook and Twitter. On our Facebook page, we'll be putting up a suggestion area, and you'll be able to suggest things. We'll then take the suggestions, put it on our topic wheel, give it a big spin, and we'll talk about whatever it lands on next week in the middle segment. So
Craig has been trying to get a wheel forever.
it's so great. It's so colorful. It's amazing.
And
You'll
now
love
we
it.
have one.
I hope you love it. It cost me $40. All right.
That was $40?
I know. It was really overpriced.
Sorry, I'm not
but
trying to bring the wheel down
I
or
really
anything.
wanted a wheel. I'm just saying.
Everything like the wheel's really overrated.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You can, whatever. All right. So the real big news. I know hard news is usually the big gaming news that we want to talk about for the week, but the real big gaming news this week is that Destin is moving on from ScrewAttack, and he is moving on to San Francisco.
Yeah.
No.
I'm here shaking my head, and then Craig does that. Sorry, we're kidding.
All right, so yeah, he's heading out to San Francisco for a new gig. I don't know if you want to talk about your new gig or whatever. I mean,
Well, it's going to be a community manager position for a large video game company. Well, not necessarily large, but
do you want to say who they are? Because that way you can start
Okay.
you can start your community manager thing, and they can be happy.
Yeah, there you go.
The
Already.
company's Frogster Interactive. They do Runes of Magic, which is kind of the WoW clone. And before I accepted the job, I want to let you know I did play the game, and I really enjoyed it. So, yeah.
You like to justify it or something. That's like,
Well, no, because like I
Money
would
just like come down when you say that. I'm just kidding.
the thing was like I would not accept a position with a game that I couldn't get behind. You know, and they have some stuff planned. Like I saw some other trailers of the games that they're going to be working on, and I'm like, I can get behind these projects. So, you know.
That's important for a community manager.
Exactly.
At least you gotta fake it.
Yeah,
you know?
and that's it. I don't want to fake it. I want to work for a company that I'm excited to work for.
Sure.
So. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It's been, you know, a lot of people were freaking out about you moving on, and they're like, oh, what the fuck? Destin's leaving. Oh, you know, who's gonna replace him? Yeah. And it's obviously gonna be really hard to replace you. And we, you know, I know.
But we did. No, I'm just kidding.
But we have, and here they are. No, but it's obviously gonna be really hard, and I know that. It wasn't an easy decision for you. I don't know. Do you want to talk about that at all? Because I know.
Well, it wasn't like I'm just like, oh, okay, bye. You know, like I'm leaving friends who I've made over 3 years' time. You know, that's not an easy thing to do that you just do overnight. And some people just seem to think this was a nonchalant decision that I've made. You know, and Craig and I talked about it for like a week before we even announced it or anything. And we went back and forth. And I'm like, I'm just so excited about the San Francisco area. If you don't know, that's pretty much where everything gaming happens, you know? So I'm excited about that. The job is exciting, and unfortunately I had to make the decision, do I stay at ScrewAttack or do I take this opportunity, you know? And I decided to take the opportunity.
Yeah, so many people are, you know, just like, oh, it's a bad thing, or like there's this negativity. There's, you know, no negativity.
Not at all, and Craig's been great, and everybody here has been great.
Yeah, I mean, it's great all around. Yeah, everybody's sad to see Destiny go, but, you know, it's not like there's no bad blood or anything. We wish them, you know, all the best.
No,
so.
I mean, ultimately, if you got to do what's best for you, and I know we talked about this a lot, and I think this opportunity is what's best for you, and it's exciting, you know, if ScrewAttack help you get this job, that's awesome, you know, and I think that people don't need to be mad at you. They need, you know, everyone here is really excited for you, and I think that's the most important thing is that everybody here wants to see you go to this job and just kick the shit out of it and be awesome, you know, and we'll be helping out. I mean, we can't, you know, we'll run into you at E3, and I'm gonna pretend like I don't know you, but you know,
I see you. I've only been gone like 2 months.
Where are you?
Yeah.
What? No, it'll be great. We'll make sure to do interviews and pump the shit out of Runes of Magic and all that stuff. It'll be fun. But so you know, I think that's important that people realize that you worked your butt off for this, and you know it's a great opportunity, and people should be totally happy for you. Is there going to be a void? Absolutely. I mean, your work ethic is huge. Hard news is not going to be the same, and I think the big thing that people need to realize is that
hard news is still going to be here.
Yeah. People are like, what's going on? Hard news is leaving. No, we're definitely going to continue hard news. I think the thing you know that people need to realize is that we're not looking to replace you. You know, you can't replace Destiny. You can't replace anybody. I mean,
but somebody will be hosting hard news, you know, and like it's not a replacement, but like you're not just going to shut down the show because I leave, you know, and
So, anyways, I know we've been kind of gushing over you for the last few minutes, but some of the things that I want to talk about, obviously, you know, there's a lot of things that people don't know about you. They see you on camera, but they don't see how many hours you spend at the HQ and such. So, you know, just from my standpoint, just thank you for everything you've done, and you really helped take ScrewAttack. You came in a really tough spot, and you took it like a champ. And you know, like I loved really. You came in, and people were like, "Who's this guy? Fuck him!" And just over time, people have grown to love you and embrace you. And one of the earliest things I remember was, you know, obviously the Twinkie thing was awesome. And I think that was the first time you really.
That was my favorite moment.
I think that was the first time you really realized that you were in for something a little different.
Or the salsa thing.
Well, yeah, that was the first thing we shot with you here, right?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God,
what have I got myself into?
Yeah. But I loved a personal favorite moment was when we worked together on the Mortal Kombat 3 vault.
Oh yeah.
And it was such a.
That whole thing was just like, just give me a chance.
Yeah, it was so funny. It just people go in just so anti you, and just over time people have just grown to you and gravitated toward you, and it's been really, really cool. And I know you're a stud at hard news now, but if you go back and watch your early stuff, it really wasn't that good. So
I'm aware.
No, it was really good. I remember that room over there where we were filming hard news. Do you remember the early when we first started shooting and such?
30-minute long recording sessions, and
you were so angry, like. At least I saw, you know, you're just very like, this is the news, you know, like, okay, Justin.
Well, the point though, that I love, you know, obviously people know you for the point now, you know, and I remember, I was like, I really think you need to add something to that at the beginning. And you're like, I don't really feel
Well, I used to do it when I was doing the daily DL, but I kind of go, Yeah,
I was like,
this is the Daily DL.
Yeah, I went back and watched like one of the early hard newses, and it was such a just kind of
It was still really weak.
you know.
And eventually it just evolved into
The point was it's your signature. I don't know if we can do the point from here on.
Yeah,
out.
I don't think so.
I was, it would be kind of weird to see other people do it because it's just like, oh, you're doing Destin's thing. Like people might think, I don't know,
Maybe
like what else would you do?
maybe somebody to stand up and do a pelvic thrust.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
This is hard news. I don't know. We can talk about
If the
that
show's called Hard News and they're pelvic thrusting towards the camera, it's probably not the best idea.
later. There are things.
Depends on who's doing the thrusting.
That's true.
Yeah.
We are a porno site after all. But anyways, I know the G1s all thank you for everything you've done, and we all do at the office. And I don't really know how to close it out other than just a big thanks for your 3 years. And we all hope you just kick the crap out of San Francisco and make it your bitch. Mm-hmm. It's a shame that the place is going to fall off the United States come an earthquake.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
We're staying with you when we visit California. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and people should know that while you're not going to be here on a day-to-day basis, I mean we'll still maybe see you around on the site. I mean you're not like just leaving forever. You're part of the family, dude. You just don't leave, So.
Yeah, and people know I have my personal website and
TheDailyDL.com.
Yeah.
Go to it.
So
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Give this guy lots
all
of
that
traffic.
crap.
Are you gonna
3 more people just started following me.
Are you going to be updating that frequently?
I plan to update it daily, just like with what I've been doing.
Hence the Daily DL.
Yeah. So like at least an update a day, just kind of to keep people in the loop. What I've been doing with Frogster, anything else I plan on.
Cool. Well, Frogster's a lucky company. You worked your butt off. You deserve it. So.
Thank you.
All right.
Aww.
That's it. I watched our. I watched the G1 put together a montage or whatever, and then they had that hug, that
awkward
hug, and I was like, that's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah.
But all right.
I saw the Hitler one. That was kind of funny.
Everyone's like, funny. Okay, that's kind of weird. Oh, it's okay now.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's move from.
Let me say one thing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to every single person in the community who's sent me private messages, just commented on YouTube, everything. You guys have been great, and without you, I wouldn't be here, at the company still, and I owe everything to you guys. So thank you very much.
Oh.
All right, good way to end it right there.
Definitely.
All right, you see the red button, which means it's time for the SideScroller News Desk.
Hit the music! Yeah. Button has been hit.
Excellent. All right, very good. All right, here we go. Let's make our way to my web browser. And remember, we are doing reenactments now, which is why. Now, this is very, very hard to do.
He's sitting here laughing before when he's like, oh, this is a great side. I'm like, well, I can't wait to hear it. He's like, no, you don't.
Now, I just don't look for good stories. I look for good stories that can be reenacted, which is great. So let's go to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Don't ever piss off Craig.
Let's go to Lincoln, Nebraska, where authorities say a man faces charges after a sheriff deputy stopped a truck and found all the passengers completely naked.
Oh, not it. Jared face bumps. Jared, dibs on the driver. Dibs on the driver.
All right. Officials stopped the guy after a suspicious pickup east of Lincoln, Nebraska. The deputy said he stopped the truck to question the driver and found everyone in the vehicle totally unclothed.
Everyone in the vehicle.
Every single person completely unclothed.
Even the driver?
What seems to be the problem,
With
officer?
their clothes in the back of the pickup truck.
Even the driver?
Everybody, 100%.
All right, dibs on the cop.
According to authorities, when the 2 men and 2 women in the pickup were questioned about what they were doing, one replied, I think we're getting in trouble.
Oh my God.
The guy's name was Nicholas Bergman. He was 32 years old. He kind of looks like Zach Morris, just in an older state. I don't know. He's kind of got a Zach
I hope
Morris
you cut
thing
to a
going
Saved
on.
by the Bell.
Yeah, seriously. And there's Screech.
I was Saved by the Bell.
Anyways,
jail.
They were cited. Let's see. He was cited for a 3rd aggravated DUI, open container, and no seatbelts.
Yeah.
They weren't even wearing seatbelts.
You know what I'm
Protect their
always-
job.
How aggravated can the guy be when he's naked?
You can be very aggravated.
Well, he was aggravated in a certain area.
Bad
So anyways,
mental
good luck
image.
with that one. All right, now let's go to Kampala, Uganda, where Uganda's recently elected president threw out a very dubious claim after poll results from his competitor had the competitor winning. He said he would eat the challenger.
What?
He said he will eat his challenger, and he will catch him and eat him like cake, which is something you don't quite hear very often in the United States. There's not a whole lot about.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of cake eating, but not a whole lot of.
Maybe that was.
politics.
What if that was like a mistranslation and somebody was like writing down what he's saying?
Well, here's
It's
the
like,
thing.
Oh,
Like
he
the
won, but
great-
that's okay. We will still eat cake. And the translator's like, I will eat him like cake.
Like the great Pac-Man, he will fall before me.
So this guy was he was mad because he thought the elections were rigged, which it's is Uganda a third world country? I guess Uganda is. It's just, I don't know if we have any G1s who are third world Ugandans.
I think my Korea remarks are enough for one day.
I just
They're good at video games, dude. It's all right. Anyway, so apparently this guy is really mad. He thought they were rigged. He was the successor, actually, to this. Oh no, I'm sorry. He has actually ruled for 25 years and said he will jail. You know the big Egypt protests that are going on right now.
Yeah.
He said he's going to jail anyone who attempts an Egypt-style protest because apparently he's like a huge dictator over there. And he succeeded this guy who actually was accused of cannibalism. So things are really jacked up over in Uganda. So
Wow.
seriously.
anyways.
I mean, it's not. There's no death threats or anything like that. It's just, I will eat you.
Well,
Straight
that
to the
was
point,
really
Uganda.
depressing. I'm going to go with it was a mistranslation. 'Cause that
Or
makes
that
me
guy's
happier.
a badass. Or
right.
really hungry. Whatever.
Finally, let's go to Villa Rica, Georgia, which is outside of Atlanta, where it's Girl Scout time. Have you guys seen the Girl Scout cookies
God.
going around?
Okay, I saw a Girl Scout selling Girl Scout cookies next to the Boy Scouts who were selling
Mulch!
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, gee, I wonder who's getting more sales there.
Seriously, like
How many
I had
boys-
to like triple take when I saw that. Like, it's boys. We can get Mulch again. Like.
It was only $4 a bag. That was a pretty good
Good
deal.
God.
Just saying, that's not bad a deal.
Remember last year how good we did? We sold 5 bags.
It's a Mulch. Yeah, seriously.
Well, the Girl Scout
$20.
cookies, they used to go door to door, right?
Yeah.
They do still.
Yeah, they do.
Now
but,
they're like, "Come
but
to us."
Now they've gotten more effective. And
Walmart.
and they're camping out at Walmarts and Walgreens and various drugstores and things like that. And they're doing like drive-through cookie stands where
Jared
people-
calls dibs on the Girl Scout girl.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. This is your last week to do any of this.
That's true. Anyways, so they were set up outside of a place, and a cop came up. And guess what? I think we had a story like this a few months ago.
Oh, they didn't have a permit?
They didn't have a permit, so a cop came in. Barney Fife came in and threw down the gauntlet and actually closed him down. So he's like, "You guys cannot be here. You're gonna close you down." And the Girl Scouts, they
I need to
started
confiscate these. It's like
Thin Mints.
evidence. Oh.
He puts those in the car and then he's like, stop crying, disorderly conduct.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you say that because all the younger members, the troop leader said the younger members all thought they were going to be taken to jail because this guy came in and was so hard. But the city's police chief and mayor spoke to the officer and said they're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
They did nothing wrong and they were obviously absolved of any charges and they got a permit and everything's fine, so.
What are you in for? Intent to sell cookies. It's just like.
What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
It's Samoa's, dude.
Samoa's?
Are those the ones that are like chocolate on the bottom with like
Coconut.
Yes.
And caramel.
Oh my goodness, those are delicious.
Those are
Yeah.
pretty good.
Those are my favorite.
Good
Yeah.
Mints, I think, are my
Screw
favorite.
SideScrollers. Let's go get cookies.
Yeah.
We can go get cookies at any time. I'm just saying that they're $5 a box, but whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, they had a permit right at our location. No, I'm just kidding.
And that's the thing. Like where we live, the cops are ridiculous, and you would think that if there was ever a place where some cops would go crazy and pull them over and tell them to stop, it would be where we're at. So I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so good for them. They're still selling.
Let's go around and ask them if they have permits. That'd be a great video.
I'm sorry.
Excuse me, do you have a permit? 911. Yeah. I'm out here in Kroger.
Just see these little winches.
Yeah.
They come and arrest you for being a dick.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, so there you go. That is the news test for this week. Very good. All right, so now it's time to move on to foreign questions. which this week is going to be very video heavy. So, Chad, what do we have?
First up, Super Chun-Li89 wants to know, now that video questions will be taken for SideScrollers, will these have preference over other questions posted in the forums? No, except for today. Moving on to video questions.
Yes.
All right, this one's from XXAWPXX. What do you got?
What do you think about these prices that keep going up with every generation of console? Remember PS2? Highest game price used to be $49.99. That used to be like blasphemy. And now we're paying $60 for games like BioShock.
All right, good question. So I guess my thing is that video games now, they're like $60 a pop, but I remember buying Super Metroid for $70.
Yeah.
You know, so like games haven't always been like $60. They've slowly rised over time, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it just like, and I hate to get all, you know, businessy on it, but inflation. $50 in 1988 was a lot different than $50 today. You know, the dollar has changed in value, so.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if there's a way to kind of standardize it. You know, I mean, because there are some games that, you know, it's like, okay, $60, and like, here's your hour of gameplay. You know, and then there's like other games that are $60, and here's, you know, 16 hours of gameplay.
Sure.
You know? So
My bigger issue is with all these collector's editions that are being pumped out now because they know people are going to buy them, and people keep buying these collector's editions that kind of just have a bunch of crap in it, you know?
yeah, like a lockbox
Yeah.
and a tote bag.
I bought some of them, and lately I'm just like, no. You know, not unless it's like one game.
Like extra characters?
Yeah,
For a
like
fighting
Marvel
game?
vs. Capcom 3. I got that, but it was $10 more, and I thought the price was just right.
See, what you said about standardizing things, you can't do that because then it's not free enterprise.
Yeah,
You can't say,
and
you're pigeonholed into this price, you can't sell for anything
Yeah.
more than this if you have anything less than that, you know?
Yeah, though you could.
Because if
I agree. There should be some room.
Because if
You
you're
know, but
going to
like-
play $60 for 10 hours of gameplay, then texting the bread will be $60. not. you
That's
know?
true.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So,
Good point.
all right. Which if you guys want to pay $60 for texting the bread, it's a really good game. So, on your iPhone. All right. What else?
Next up, Michael V talks about Street Fighter.
Is that ScrewAttack.com? What's up, ScrewAttack.com? It's me, Michael V. I got a question. After Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix, yada yada yada, when are the Capcom fans just gonna say that they've had enough of it and just stop buying the same game over and over again? That's my question. Thank you. Boom, son!
Thanks, Dad. Appreciate that.
Everything
one.
was
All right.
going well until you tried to punch us.
That's right. Crazy. It's funny because we mentioned last week that we wanted somebody to do Dudley, and guess what?
Props on the Dudley gloves.
Michael V, what's up?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So the question is, when are we going to stop buying stuff?
Okay, first of all, he referenced Street Fighter 2.
Well, yeah, there was
there's
Street
like
Fighter 2, Hyper Fighting, HD
Yeah,
Remix.
that was Street Fighter 2 though. Like, it's been a long time since we've had a Street Fighter spam. We had Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4. That's it.
Well, now
You
they have
know.
Arcade Edition, which they said, you know, isn't going to consoles,
Yeah.
but
It will.
who knows? You don't even know. You know, okay, so Arcade Edition will be going to consoles, but then when they decide to add,
They said no.
yeah, but when they
You're
decide
saying
to add like
hypothetically.
2 more characters and call it something else, you know, odds are it will, because they do like to make a lot of Street Fighters. Never is the answer, because Capcom fans are going to keep buying it, and I'll keep buying it, so it's going to keep happening.
Yeah, it's like, I think out of everybody here, we're probably the most hardcore Capcom folks. I love Capcom. I love,
yeah.
and it's absolutely annoying. And I think where I'll draw the line is like DLC. We talked about it a little last week. I did draw the line on Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, you did.
I did draw the line there
Yeah.
because I felt like you're only getting 2 new characters, and the other characters I've already played. So
I picked that one up used like way later, you know, and I never played it after that.
Yeah, but
I just kind of wanted it to have it, you know.
while I may be like a lone exception, I think that ultimately, you know, the grand scheme of things, people are still going to buy it. I mean, Super Street Fighter 4 sold like 1.5 million copies
Yeah.
for the exact same game.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's a little more balanced, it has a little more characters, whatever.
I just really like fighters.
Yeah.
You know.
The best ever.
Yeah.
So it's never going to end.
Sorry, but thanks to your boxing gloves. That's a trash.
All right, our last video question we have is from Codename Project, and see what he's got.
Hey guys, Thief92 here. Just wondering, do you guys have any plans to do a retro or reboot of Earthworm Jim HD in the future?
Okay, that was like the best question ever because it was short, it was concise, it was like 12 seconds long. We didn't have to edit it at all. So if you're gonna do any questions in the future, just get right to the point. Also, Chad, you wanted to talk about usernames?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to hear you guys if you say your G1 name or whatever. So if you could put your G1 name or whatever you want to be called by in the comment description, or at least text on the video or something, just so we can read it and make sure we get it right.
Yes. Okay, so the question being...
Reboot or retro?
Yes, that's actually a great question. And I only did one episode of that, and that's probably one of the most talked about series that people want to see, which is great because Jared is going to be taking over. We've talked about that several times, but Jared is actually going to kick right back into it, and we have a full laundry list of just series that we're going to be hitting on. You're going to be starting with Contra Hardcore Uprising, right? Yep, very good. So Hardcore Uprising will be the first game hit on Reboot or Retro when that series is rebooted.
You guys can't see this, but Jared looks absolutely ecstatic about the thought of doing reboot or retro.
Yes.
I don't know how he's staying in that chair.
he's literally jumping up and down. It's ridiculous. So yes, you can actually see all sorts of reboot and retro coming soon. We're hopefully every few weeks or so from Jared. So we're excited about that. So yes, I would imagine that you will be seeing an Earthworm Jim eventually sometime down the line. All right, cool. Let's finish up with a traditional question.
That's right. G1 Round Gamer asks, what game have you played and just stopped playing and plan on getting back into?
Ooh, there's a lot of those.
Mine's a Saboteur. I actually played it during the 24-hour marathon, and I can't wait to play it again. But everything's in boxes right now, so I can't, you know.
Saboteur, that was put together by South Peak, right?
Pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the one put together by South Peak that we
Two
played?
Worlds 2?
No. It was whenever I think Saboteur.
Like the
one.
Space Trooper guys or whatever?
No, it was a chick that she snuck around. We actually did, I think we did another box on it or something. Anyways, I guess that's not the same game.
Velvet Assassin.
Velvet Assassin, yes. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate that. Anyways.
I said it too. At the same time.
All right.
Good job, Jared.
Good job. You're way smarter than Destin.
Damn it.
For me, man, I think I've told this story before. A friend and I went in on Shadow of the Colossus, and I got like a little over halfway through, and then he's like, okay, it's my turn now. And I was like, all right, whatever, I have to work. And then I never got it back. So
if you're watching, name here.
Yeah. No, I really, and that game was amazing, and I loved it when I was playing it. So
you know what you should do?
I will go back and play it. What?
You should find him and kick down his door. And
kick him in the chest.
Kick him in the chest and take the game, then take what other one you want back.
Game.
Exactly. I think it makes total sense. So
maybe I'll do that.
My game actually is a handheld game. I played through New Super Mario Brothers, and I beat it. And I play most of my handheld games when I'm on the handheld toilet. So
what? Handheld toilet?
Whatever.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah. This is your hand.
I got a space toilet.
Seriously.
Pretty amazing. Anyway, so I went back and I'm trying to collect all the stars right now in that game, which I'm usually not a big star guy, but I'm doing it right now. I think I only got like 2 or 3 to go.
Not a big star guy, you know.
Yeah, at least in those games.
Brings back memories when I did something good and they would put a little star. All right.
Teachers, is that it?
That's it for forum questions, but we do have birthdays.
All
so
right.
Let's get into it. All right, G1 Middleman 97, Pack Duck, Agashio, Shadow V, Connor Flatley, Zachary Tolbert, Tony Yippee, I think, Alan Bignell Jr., Ian Ferguson, Benjamin Lay, I guess, Bruce Walters, Kurt Wilkinson, Matthew McIntyre, Jared Mullet, G1 Isney20, and G1 Wolfun.
Excellent.
Lots of birthdays.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, congrats on living.
Way to go. As always, if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to be a part of birthdays, how can they do so?
The easiest way is to put a post in our forums under the forum questions. Just let me know it's your birthday. Other than that, you can send me an email, but I definitely prefer the forum question.
All right, so there you go. That is SideScrollers for this week. Another wonderful episode, 30 to 45 minutes, somewhere in there. So before we go, once again, I do want to say thank you, Destin, for 3 years. If you want to say anything to the G1s, now's the time to say it. I think you already said something earlier, though.
Thank you for everything. That's it.
Simple to the point. There you go. So until next week, thank you, Destin. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, G1s. I'm Stuttering Craig.
I'm Daily Destin.
And I'm Chad.
For SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. Bye-bye.
Gonna miss him. We have to do this every time. Here, Dustin, you want to hit it once before you leave? There you go. Now it's special.
Just let it play.
Thanks for that, guys.